participants. Very good.
Okay. I think and talk out loud. Alrighty. Well, welcome to the essential oils, our essential oils class, but also what products doTERRA has that can help us with having a healthy weight and just managing our weight. So I am Kaylin Robinson, and I was going to get my a better picture, but I was just scrolling through, and this I was trying to show my mom how you can use filters. So this is me in a filter. Alrighty. So one of the main oils that we're going to be talking about tonight is Slim and Sassy. And so we have this in both the essential oil and the soft gels, which have got, I believe, about 4 or 5 drops of the Slim and Sassy oil just inside the soft gel. Because we're going to be talking about sometimes it's going to be really good that you'll want to have it inside, and sometimes you want to have it outside, or you want to add it to things. So the Slim and Sassy's got 5 different oils. It's got grapefruit, cinnamon, lemon, ginger, and peppermint. And that makes it a little bit on the spicy side. One of the things that I like to do is add it to my water. And when I was teaching school, Girl Scout cookie season would come along, and they just knew that that was my favorite time of year at that time. You know, every year is my favorite time of year. But what I found is that if I so I had Slim and Sassy in my water, and whenever I would drink that, it would totally get rid of the cravings. And so we would be there, and people, because it's close to the end of the year, people were bringing in treats and stuff, and I'd be like, oh, that looks good. My one friend would yell, quick, grab her water, get her some Slim and Sassy, because it just cuts, for me, it just cuts the cravings. One of the things is that essential oils are very potent, and so a little bit goes a long way. And so one of the things when I first tried them, I watched this show, and this gal took the Slim and Sassy bottle and just tipped her head back and tossed a couple of drops back in her mouth, and said that was how she liked to take it and use it. And I tried that, and after almost choking and drinking like what seemed like a quart of water, I didn't pick up my Slim and Sassy for a whole nother 6 months because it's a little too spicy for me. So what I find is that, and it's best to have either a glass or metal container, because the essential oils can corrode plastic, and you don't want any of this plastic stuff inside you. And so I find that like one to 2 drops of Slim and Sassy is enough for about maybe 16 ounces. I have a 32-ounce bottle, so I usually throw in a 4 or 5. And so anyways, so as you see, it says so how to use. Place 4 to 5 drops under your tongue and drink water. I always have water nearby when I'm taking an oil internally, because sometimes my body's like, oh, this is what I need. And sometimes my body's like, what are you doing to me? So I like to have water at the ready. 4 to 5 drops under your tongue is going to be really spicy. Now, as you get used to the oils, and if your body is really craving the oils, then that might be just what you need. Another thing about the oils is they are adaptogenic, which is a big fancy word for they help for both ends of the spectrum. So I on the side of the spectrum where I am on the heavier side of the healthy weight, and then you might have someone who's on the lower side of healthy weight, and both of our goals is to get to the healthy weight, which is right there in the middle. So you can use the same oil, Slim and Sassy, for helping you drop weight or helping you gain weight. And that is true of all the oils. So let's say we're going to be talking about an oil called Digestzen, which is a blend of oils that helps your stomach and your gastric system. Well, if things are moving too slowly and you need help, or if things are going way too fast and you don't like that sensation, you're not trying to be on a cleanse or something, and you want to slow that down, it's the same oil. You use whether it's peppermint or ginger or the Digestzen, you can use the same oil for either side. So that makes it very nice and convenient. Okay, oh, let me see, did I cover all of the, okay, so fill a veggie capsule with the Slim and Sassy. That's one of the things that you can do if you don't have the soft gels, is you can just take the oil and put that into a capsule. Apply to trouble spots. So for me, that's, if I can reach it, it's probably a trouble spot. And so if you have sensitive skin, then it's good to dilute it with fractionated coconut oil. I had a friend who said no, he liked the feel of the kind of burning sensation because it's got both ginger and cinnamon, which are a little bit spicy. And he's like, no, I like that because that tells me it's working. So and I find that when my body needs it, like my skin is just fine with it going on. And if I've already got enough on board, or my body doesn't need an oil, it will seem a lot more sensitive. My skin will be more sensitive. So that's just, and fractionated coconut oil is coconut oil that has the medium chain fatty acids removed, so it just stays liquid. So that makes it easy for putting it in roll-ons. If you only have just regular coconut oil that you use for cooking or for, you know, skin moisturizing or whatever you use coconut oil for, you can totally use that to mix with the essential oils, you know, as it warms up in your hands, and just rub that on. And that just, one, it helps the oil stay and help the location. So it makes it be more, because the coconut oil has larger molecules, and so it stays in the area where you put it. Whereas if you take the oil internally, then you, sorry, I just saw that you raised your hand. Let me just, my brain. Anyways, but if you, let me see. All right, go ahead and ask your question because I don't remember what I was saying.
What do you consider trouble spots? Is that like where your fat
troubles? Yeah, so like that could be where you're fat. So for me, yeah, like if I can reach it, it's a trouble spot. But for someone else, you know, you maybe just like it's your hips or your waist, or let's say that you've got like cellulite type, I don't think that's a, let's say that you have puckered, I have to be careful because I don't want to give a diagnosis or anything, but let's say that you've got little fat pockets under the skin that makes your skin look all ripply and not so pretty. That could be a trouble spot.
Okay.
So yeah, and so yeah, so, and I used it, and it was really interesting because I did this for, I think, 6 weeks or 3 months, something like that. But it was for a contest, and so I was using it very strictly, and it was really interesting. I lost a lot more inches than I lost pounds because I'm on my weight health journey. I have I'm an expert in losing weight. I'm also an expert in putting it on. So anyway, so it's a journey, right? And so I just, yeah, I find that that I typically know kind of, you know, my body, like how much, you know, weight would typically, you know, I would drop in a certain week or so. And, you know, I was exercising and my weight was going down on the slower side, but my inches were just coming off. And so anyways, so I was very happy because that's the important thing, is that you're getting closer to what you're aiming for. So the soft gel, it says add to a trim shake. Well, we're going to be talking about that. We now have a new nutrition line, which has got protein powder as well as fiber and a green drink. also diffuse for an energy boost. And you can do that for diffusing can be as simple as just putting it on your hands and rubbing your hands together and inhaling your hands, from your hands. Um, the oils are strong, so depending on how sensitive your sense of smell is, you can move your hands closer or further away. I've had people who thought I was trying to choke them because they put it right in their face. They couldn't breathe for a second. Uh, anyway, but that was my sister. She's like, "Are you doing that on purpose?" No. All right, so next. Okay, so the other thing that I wanted to talk about is the wellness pyramid. And what we'll do is I appreciate you coming, and I have got an e-cookbook for you with in featuring the new doTERRA nutrition line. But even if you don't have it, it's got some really great recipes to help stay healthy. And so I'm taking a lot of this from another ebook that I have about the essential oils and weight management. And if you don't have a copy of that, I'd be happy to send that to you as well. And if you are interested in like having me teach a class for you, or having Mark teach a class for you that has like more in depth, or that you decide, oh yeah, I do want to know more about this, or oh yeah, this friend would really be interested, or that friend, or whatever, let us know and we'd be happy to set up another class and at your convenience, so as long as we're available. Okay, so the pyramid is not a new thing, since you could ask the ancient Egyptians, they've been using it a long time. So the bottom of the pyramid is really important because that is what is the foundation and stabilizes everything else. So in Western medicine, what we tend to do is start at the top of the pyramid and work down. But what we're wanting to do in doTERRA is start at the bottom of the pyramid and work up. So we've got eat right, exercise, rest and manage stress, reduce toxic load, informed self-care, and proactive medical care. So a lot of these are fairly obvious. Reducing toxic load may not be. So that would be, let's say that you have an aerosol that you use to freshen a room that has a lot of toxins in it. And so what we do is we switch it with something that you can that doTERRA has, and then it kills the germs that create the smell, and you don't have the toxicity that those that the additives bring. So that's one way to reduce toxic load. Informed self-care is, let's say that I fall and skin my knee. Then informed self-care would be like, okay, I know that after I wash it off, this oil will help the skin and this oil will, stop the bleeding, that sort of thing. That's informed self-care. Let's say the same time, the same thing, I fall down, and instead of scraping my knee, I break my leg. I am not going to stay at home and put some oil on it and wait for it to get all better. I am going to probably put some oil and have someone drive me to the emergency room. So that's proactive medical care. So the top two are more of a healthcare focus, and the bottom four are lifestyle. And so a lot of times in Western thinking is we're taught like the first thing you do is, call 911, do you need help, and do that. And then after you're like, okay, well, no, I guess we don't have to call the doctor. And you start going the other way. That gives you an upside down pyramid, which is not very stable. So, and like I said, if you break your leg, that is not the time to like start deciding like, what, I really need to eat right and my leg will be feeling all better, because it won't. All right, so the weight management focus points. So these are things that maybe one reason or another why you are concerned or looking at a healthy weight. management. So because it can promote healthy digestion, it supports and boosts metabolism. You can have increase and mood, increased motivation and move, necessary for exercise and a healthy lifestyle, manage hunger cravings and avoid overeating, and maintain a regular, sustainable exercise routine. And one of the things that I really feel strongly about is that everybody has their own there's not one program for everyone. There can be one program that can be adapted, but it's not the same for everyone, even if you're in the same family. And you may have different needs, you may have different you might find that your body does better. So there's lots of different things, like, there's, vegetarian and being vegan, but there's also like a keto diet. There's there's lots of different diets. One of the things that I was talking to a doctor about was, he was saying that let me see. Oh, that they're finding that the oh dear, it just left. Anyway, just that that originally they were thinking that exercise was more necessary than eating right. And they've found well, I don't know how recently, but they found that oh, I remember now, that eating is going to make more of an impact on weight loss if that's what you're aiming for. And so one of the things that he recommends is cutting out processed foods and added sugar. And that's like all he said. If you do those two things, you're going to find that your weight will start to go down, and you can get closer to a healthy weight. But exercise is also very important. So the benefits of exercise: it promotes better sleep, provides an outlet for stress, and can decrease cravings for unhealthy food. Yay, I love all those. Benefits of healthy eating: promotes heart health, provides necessary nutrients to build strong muscles, bones, etc., and helps improve mood. Yay again. And now we have the benefits of both. It promotes weight loss, supports a longer lifespan, elevates cognitive function, and can protect the body against other health issues. So I know that sometimes it's easy to get kind of in like an either or, but right when we're talking about health, it's typically like both or all of the above that we do. So back when I was growing up, well, I was already kind of growing, I was older, but they came up with the food pyramid. And that was where, they wanted you to eat lots of carbohydrates on the bottom. And I don't even remember. So what they found, though, is after they introduced that the America's weight kind of skyrocketed. And so they found over time that they always adjust it. And so now I think they have like the plate is like a clock, and it has like 3/4. I don't remember exactly. Anyway, I just like this because this, you always have your hand with you. At least I hope so. And so by having your hand with you, you can kind of figure out how much of a certain food is going to be right for your body. So I have got small hands, and my dad's hands are not quite twice as big as mine, but they're a lot bigger. And so if he does his hand, I mean, his fingers are probably close to an inch longer than mine. And so he's going to be, because of that, his body can use more calories and more nutrients than mine. So that's why it's good to have your hand, because then you can figure out your serving size. So with high water content, fresh fruits, whole veggies, that the circumference and thickness of your hand or more. One of the things that we like to say is about 10 to 15 servings of fruits and vegetables a day. Um, and that just helps everything move better. And it's one of the things that you will find is that you may need less waters. We're going to talk about hydration in just a second. But if you are eating a lot of fruits and vegetables, you get a lot of your water content from them. So then the volume of a clenched fist, this is where we've got our complex carbs and whole grains, legumes and vegetable proteins, and starchy fruits and vegetables. So, you know, that's going to be starchy, you know, are going to be your peas, corn, although corn is not necessarily a health food, so less is okay. All right, so then the next one we're going to be talking protein is the circumference and the thickness of your palm. And so that's going to be low-fat animal proteins or protein-rich nuts and seeds. And then the diameter and thickness of your thumb or less is simple sugars, dressings and spreads, and desserts. And I was going to play this video for you, but I do not have really great luck with playing videos in PowerPoint. It just kind of, but so it's this gal and she's talking about she's been on this weight loss journey and she's like, yeah, so my trainer told me to go home and you can only eat everything that you can pronounce. And so she's like, so I went home and read it and it said sugar. So I ate the bag and then I read and it said butter. And so I ate the stick. She's like, because my tummy knows how to make cookies on the inside. Anyways, I just think that's hilarious because there are foods that just you can read that are not necessarily going to be good for you. So, and then fat loss accelerators is this column over here. White sugar, dairy fats, white flour, white rice, potatoes, coconuts, bananas, etc. So the coconuts and bananas are going to be the starchy fruit, but a lot of times your coconut can also count as for your thumb thickness. And another thing is that this is one way to look at it. One of the things that like if you're doing keto, then you're going to want to have a lot more of the healthy fat. So you're going to add a lot more avocado and olive oil and things like that to support. And so it really depends on your body. I know that there's like a certain way that if I eat, I feel good, but I don't really drop a whole lot of weight. But like when I eat a different way, which is a higher protein, my body's like, oh, I know exactly what we're doing. Okay, we're in weight loss mode, and it just kicks right in. And so another thing to know is that your body is pretty smart. And so if you are doing the same food every day or the same whatever every day, it will be like, yeah, you know what, we know what you're doing and it's not going to be so effective. And so sometimes it's good to change it up. And so that includes whether you're using oils or the foods you're eating or whatever. And if I'm eating more animal proteins, then I will probably do that for a while and then take a break and do basically like a cleanse, because there are things that are in animal like meat and stuff that I may not want hanging around. So and doing a detox is also another great way to, if you're wanting to drop some pounds quickly, because it gets rid of those toxins that we talked about earlier. And sometimes those toxins are there, or I mean, the fat is there because you've put these toxins in your body and your body goes to protect your organs. And it does that by encapsulating those toxins in fat. And so when you do a detox, when you are doing a cleanse and getting rid of those toxins, then that way it's like, oh, I don't have a job here anymore. I can go. So that can be very beneficial as well. Low beverage. So they're saying fruit juices, sodas, and colas, sports drinks, alcohol, etc. And so, you know, I would say that like one of the things when I am doing, I combine like my fruit juice with my fruits and vegetables and do smoothies. Another thing is that I really find that coconut water, which is nature's Gatorade, is coconut water. And so I find that to not only be beneficial for helping with electrolytes, but also I tend to get head issues where my head's not very happy with me and it complains and throbs and stuff like that. And so if I drink the coconut water, it helps balance my electrolytes and other things and gets me those nutrients like potassium. I can't remember if it's got magnesium, but sodium, but it's got a good amount of potassium, and it just allows my head to start feeling better. Grazing versus feasting. So 3 healthy meals a day is good. 6 mini meals a day is better. There's also people do oh, what is it called? Targeted fasting, something fasting. I can't remember right off the top of my head. Intermittent. Thank you. Oh, I love it. What a smart audience I have. Yes, intermittent fasting. And so that can also be a really great way to change it up to help your body do that. And then with hydration, so one of the things that they recommend is 5 servings of Slim and Sassy water throughout the day. So that's going to be about 12 ounces times 5, so what, 60 ounces, 60? Is that right? Yeah. Okay. Yes. brain issue. All right. Yeah. So and add Slim and Sassy to your water. The other thing that I like to do as well sometimes is just do some of the components of Slim and Sassy. So I'll have my Slim and Sassy water, but then sometimes I really like just doing like a citrus one. So like I'll do like grapefruit and lime, or I really like doing like lime and tangerine and wild orange to my water. If you've got someone who is who drinks soda or something like that, or and they're trying to get off of it, or if you are interested in having a break, you can get just carbonated water and add your essential oil to that, and that gives you the kind of the fizzing and the enjoyment of cola, not cola, why did I say that, but soda pop versus you know, but it's healthy. Another thing I know that, you know, and you want to check and read labels, but I know that they do have like some like I was just reading about there's a carbonated coconut water. I thought that would be a fun thing to add some oils to. All right, like some lime.
Can I say
Yes,
something about the
please
water?
do. Please
The
do.
average bottle that you buy like this is 17 ounce. So if you had 5 of these, it would be the amount for a 170-pound person.
Yes. And thank you. Thanks, Sheila. And so one of the ways that you can figure that out is like how much water your body needs is you take your weight and you divide the weight in half, and that's how many ounces of water you need. So and it's interesting. I have found that just drinking extra water can really help spur weight loss, so, or healthy weight. One of the things that I did, instead of doing 50% of my body weight in ounces in water, I decided to try 75. And that is really good if you are if you exercise and you're doing a lot of exercise and you're losing a lot of sweat, or if to spur on weight loss. And what I found, because I was doing it before I was getting ready to do a cleanse, I think, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to bump up my water for the week before, and my body just started releasing the weight. And I think part of it is, you know, we talked about the body with the toxins. And so by having plenty of water, your body can get rid of those toxins very easily. All right, so let me look at the time. Oh, all right. Well, I'm aiming for an hour, but we'll see. All right, so portion control. So try eating healthy foods in proper quantities, staggered throughout the day instead of overloading the body in a single sitting. Plan ahead. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. In order to get adequate doses of nutrients in the correct serving sizes during every meal we eat, we need to do some planning, shopping, and thinking ahead. And then avoid processed food. Our bodies often don't know what to do with the ultra processed foods. While they make us feel full, processed foods will cause us to be undernourished. Which reminds me, there's a herd of deer up in the mountains, and it was a really harsh winter. And so the people in the town were feeling really bad about that. And so they put out, I think, hay or straw for the deer to eat. And so the deer actually ended up dying because they starved to death, even though their stomachs were full. So, you know, every time I see like a cup of noodle soup, I'm like, oh, there's a little bale of hay that you just add water to, which our bodies do not like. All right, so here we've got the Slim and Sassy line. We've got the Slim and Sassy essential oil, and this is the Slim and Sassy metabolic gum, which sometimes you just want to change the flavor in your mouth. Let me see. Sorry, I just saw that there's a oh, all right. And then the Slim and Sassy soft gels. And those are just really convenient. Alrighty. So I am just, oops. Okay, so the way to find this is when you go to doTERRA, go to weight management. And this is where you can find the Slim and Sassy products. So, and I can show you that afterwards. Now, carbohydrates. So these are found in many fruits and vegetables and grains, and are the main source of energy for the body. So we want to eat nutritious carbs like fruits and vegetables that are also rich in fiber to help the digestive system. Without carbohydrates, we are depriving the body of the energy necessary to perform activities throughout the day. And so doTERRA has the new nutrition line, and they have got the doTERRA fiber and the doTERRA greens, which both would, the greens will not have a ton of carbohydrates, but the fiber also will counterbalance. So let's say that you have something that has more carbohydrates. By adding fiber, it will counterbalance that. And that, like when you are doing a high protein keto type thing, what they do is you take the total sugar and you subtract the fiber, and then that's the like available sugar for your body to use. So, you know, you're going to see that, let's say that you've got an orange is going to have much less fiber than, say, an apple. And so let's say that you're doing, if you're having a lot of orange or like watermelon or something, you may want to add fiber to a smoothie. And you can also add the greens, which are super convenient for if you're traveling. All right, protein. So consuming protein helps us develop lean muscle and aids with muscle growth and repair, tissue development, and red cell production. In addition, proteins help with satiety, allowing us to feel fuller longer. And so doTERRA has got in their new nutrition line, they've got 3 different proteins. They've got vanilla protein and chocolate. And then they also have a vegan, which unfortunately is temporarily unavailable, like the greens, but hopefully it will become available shortly. All right, and then healthy fats. While some people assume that all fats are bad for the body, there is such a thing as healthy fats. These healthy fats are essential for the body in order to absorb certain vitamins and nutrients. Without fats in our diets, we won't be able to absorb nutrients in a healthy way. Healthy fats can protect the cells and organs and help with brain function, promote glowing skin. When consumed in proper quantities, healthy fats can also provide hormone support, boost the immune system, and suppress. Okay, sorry, I got distracted. And suppress, where am I? Suppress something or another. Let's see, and suppress, excess inflammation, which is always a good thing to suppress. We can get our daily dose of healthy fats from eating things like plant oils, avocados, nuts, and fish. Alrighty, so this is the full line that doTERRA offers, and these are the products that are going to be in the cookbook that I've got that I can send to you. All right, and also in doTERRA, they have got this blog, and so episode 119 is supporting your body with the doTERRA nutrition line. I did not get a chance to listen to it, but I definitely want to. And then they've got this worksheet here, and it's so that you can take notes. But here's some of the questions which are like made me excited to want to listen. So what are 3 ways that gut microbiome stimulates the brain? What are 3 blends that included in doTERRA greens? How is doTERRA protein a clean product? What are some of the problems with the standard Western diet? Well, that's easy. And how can we make sure that our bodies get the nutrition they need? And which of the products in doTERRA nutrition line are you most excited to try? So that's just a fun thing to get going. So these are different oils for different aspects that you may be wanting to deal with, or you will be dealing with during while you're focusing on getting to a healthy weight. So let's say that you're wanting to support your digestion. The following oils are known to support healthy digestion. So you've got black pepper, cardamom, cassia, cilantro, cumin, fennel, ginger, peppermint, and petitgrain. And for to support a healthy metabolism, we've got bergamot, black pepper, cassia, grapefruit, lime, and thyme. It rhymes. To support exercising, use any of the following essential oils on the skin to help soothe the muscles before or after exercise: cassia, frankincense, lemongrass, peppermint, wintergreen, ylang ylang. And I would also add, for blends, I would also add like the deep blue essential oil and aroma touch are going to be your good friends. And when you want to promote feelings of clear breathing for exercise, inhale, diffuse, or topically apply in any of the following essential oils before you work out: cardamom, Douglas fir, eucalyptus, lavender, tea tree, and peppermint. And then lastly, diffusing any of the following essential oils can help create uplifting and energized environment for when you need a boost of enthusiasm or need the motivation to exercise. Here. Cypress, ginger, helichrysum, peppermint, tangerine, and Siberian fir. Alrighty, so we talked about back in our first slides with the doTERRA pyramid, eating right. And so eating healthy is super, super important. However, our foods currently, our modern foods do not have enough, do not have the same nutrients as we did 50 to 100 years ago. So if you were to compare, your tomato plants today versus your grandparents' tomato plants, you're going to find that theirs had a lot more nutrients. And when they were, one of the talks that I'd listened to or watched, the doctor was saying that even if you had a very, very healthy, stellar healthy lifestyle, your body still is not going to get all the nutrients it needs. And so that's why we need supplementation. So the lifelong vitality is fantastic for that. And it's actually doTERRA's best-selling product, which is kind of funny when you think that an essential oils company's most popular product is not an essential oil. But it is fantastic, and it has 100% guarantee, 100% money back guarantee. And also, the recommendation is 4 of each of these a day. So there's alpha CRS, which is your cellular vitality complex. So this is going to be really good for energy, muscles, and that sort of thing. The microplex DMZ is going to be your for your vitamins and minerals, and then the Z Omega is got your essential fatty acids that your body needs. Another way to make sure that your body is that you're eating healthy is to do a 30-day renewal or cleanse or something like that. And these are doTERRA's products that are really great for that. And we can also do another class on doing on detoxing and using the doTERRA products to support a detox. And so this is one of the specific detoxes, and I believe they have this also. When you get a new kit, you get this really lovely book, and they had this at the end of the book, and it's got like kind of a checkoff list of what pills to take when, because this, just looking at it at first, can look a little bit overwhelming. So, but GX Assist is going to help things move through a little bit faster. PB Assist is going to provide your probiotics. Terrazyme is really great for helping digest and get the nutrients from your food. The Zendocrine is going to help that as well. In addition to the oil, Zendocrine is also going to help the endocrine system come to homeostasis. And then the Slim and Sassy soft gels. And that's just going to help manage healthy eating while you're doing your 30-day detox. All right. So the benefits of exercise is it promotes better sleep, provides an outlet for stress, and can do, oh, we already talked about this one. So that's right. So we're looking back at this, and now we're going to be talking a little bit more about exercise. So we've been talking the healthy eating side of things. So now we're going to switch over to the exercise. So find an activity you enjoy. You're more likely to exercise if you choose an activity you look forward to, not something you dread. Whether it's yoga, mountain biking, or hitting the gym, find a workout that you actually enjoy, and it will feel more like fun and less like work. Schedule a time to exercise. In our busy world, exercise often takes a backseat. Set aside time in your daily and weekly schedule to exercise so that you don't skip out on this important element of a healthy lifestyle. Mix it up. Many workouts routines are not sustainable because they become boring and monotonous. Try choosing different types of workouts, different locations, and even different times of day to exercise in order to keep things interesting and avoiding burnout. So one of the things that I am very excited is that our team has gotten together, and we are doing walking every day. And it's something that I've been wanting to do for a long time, but I find that having friends is one, it motivates me because it's a lot more fun to walk with friends. Another thing is it really helps with accountability, because I know that, okay, at 12, unless we, have things come up, that's when we're going walking and we all go together. And the coolest thing is that we don't even live in the same place. So we've got someone who lives in St. George, a couple that live in Cedar City, and I live up in Salt Lake. And yet, because of Zoom, we can all hop on and go for a walk together. So it's fantastic. So find friends. Friends are a good thing, but find people and friends that are interested in working out or, you know, doing the activity that you enjoy. Another thing like I like really enjoy is dancing, and so, or well, you know, moving to music. And so that's something that I really like. And I also really like in the pool, so like doing water aerobics or swimming or that sort of thing, even just like doing laps, like walking laps in the pool. All right. No matter what type of exercise program you prefer, essential oils can be used to make your workout more successful and more enjoyable. Let's see. And so here are some of the oils that we've talked about briefly before, but we're going to just kind of look at it just a little bit more deeply. All right, so with Slim and Sassy, benefits can be, it promotes a healthy metabolism, helps manage hunger cravings, calms the stomach, that's the ginger, because some of those oils are a little spicy and can make the stomach not quite as happy as you'd like it. Helps promote a positive mood, which is always good. Can be taken internally before working out for a revitalizing boost, and can be consumed before meals to help control appetite and overeating. Thyme. Now this one, I was totally surprised. I've not heard this one at all in conjunction with exercise and eating healthy. So the benefits is when taken internally may contribute to better overall health in conjunction with a better diet and exercise regimen. It's cleansing to the gastrointestinal tract and the digestive system, and may support healthy metabolism and weight management. So then we have Digestzen. So this provides a healthy and natural, gentle way to soothe an upset stomach. It helps maintain a healthy gastrointestinal tract, and it's useful for maintaining a healthy digestive system, which is really important when you're trying to make sure that you've got a healthy weight system going on, is because sometimes some of the things may not, your stomach may not be quite used to. Like, for instance, if you're switching to eating a lot more vegetables than your body's used to, it may make itself known that it's not used to it. And so that's when we use the oils. So lime benefits, it supports a healthy weight management. It supports a healthy metabolism, and when taken internally, may support healthy blood sugar and cholesterol levels already in the normal range. That's cool. All right, and grapefruit. The benefits can be used to can be diffused to increase motivation while dieting or trying to lose weight. Can be taken internally to help support a healthy metabolism and helps uplift mood. All right, and now we've got Mark's extra tools for you. Let me make Mark a co-host. Here we go. All righty, now you should be able to share your screen.
Okay. Whoop, let's see. Give me a
Oh, you know what?
minute
Let me stop sharing. Now let's try it.
See, let me pull this up.
In that case, here we go. All right. Okay, so here's some good ideas when it comes to just creating a healthy weight system, is to set achievable goals. If you set unattainable goals, you'll get frustrated when you don't see results, and you'll want to quit. And so my experience in this was I kind of tend to be on the all or nothing end of scheme of things. And so I was going to neurological something another, psychology, something like that. I was seeing someone for that. And so we were talking about going walking. And so she said, so how often do you want to go walking a week? And I'm like, okay, 5 days. She's like, all right. And does that seem like a realistic goal? Well, yeah. How often are you doing it now? None. She's like, so 0 to 5 is not really a realistic goal. So let's start at once a week, and then the next week you can do twice, and that will be your goal. And if you go more than your goal, that's great, but that's your goal. And so that just kind of helped me like, oh, that's what they mean by achievable, like in increments. Uh-oh. Ah,
Whoop.
oh, is that you? Okay,
Yeah.
take it away.
Okay. Can everybody see that?
I can.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, good. Let's see. Let me. Oh gosh. Okay, there we go. So I appreciate being able to show you some different tools out there that really can, I think, change it up and help people. I know that for, quite a few people out there.
Yes. Alrighty. Thanks, Mark.
Sure.
That was very informative. In fact, the gal that if you're interested in this in listening to this comedian, it's on Dry Bar, and she's just really funny. So I'd be happy to send you the link. But anyway, she talks about trying to get a scale, and she said she was at Walmart shopping for scales, and they had one that will say the number out loud. She's like, you can tell this is not made by a woman. And so she got on the scale, and it announced, and some old guy said, what was that? And she's like, oh, it's just price check on a large screen TV. So yeah, I hear you. Anyways, it's fun. So all right, so when we are talking goals, set achievable goals, we talked about that. Surround yourself with positive people, which is really important because it's really easy to get demotivated, unmotivated, discouraged. That's the word. I'll catch it eventually. And so having people around you that are positive are really a good thing, because also it helps you emotionally. Your body feels better when you're happier. Track your progress. So use charts or journals to record your success and remind yourself of how far you've come when you falter or are feeling discouraged. Oh, there's that word. And then establish a support system. Having a workout buddy or cheerleader or someone to check in with you will help keep you accountable and push you to keep going when you are tempted to give up. And another thing that I'm just going to throw in right here is done is better than perfect. And so, I think that a lot of times, at least for me, it's like, oh, I didn't eat perfectly, why bother now? And just like eat popcorn for the rest of the night. No. So done is better than perfect. And so you just do the best you can. And then there's one other thing, but I got sidetracked and now I don't remember. All right. How can I sustain a healthy weight management habits over time? So change your attitude, or, just look at your attitude. And one of the cool things is that doTERRA has an entire aromatherapy, emotional aromatherapy kit. And it's amazing for helping get through different moods. So the oils are motivate, cheer, passion, motivate, cheer, forgive, peace, and console. And I find that it can take you from no matter where you are on the scale of positivity or negativity. And what the oils do is it helps you move through each of those emotions. And so because you're moving through, you're processing them. And so then you're not like storing negative emotions, which is not a healthy thing. So I love using the oils for that. Now I remember what I was going to say. So Mark mentioned that the clary sage. Clary Calm is a blend with clary sage. It also has several other oils like chamomile and Roman chamomile and lavender and a couple other things, but it is so good. It's blended for, it's called the monthly blend, and it's blended for that time of the month. However, it is fantastic for any sort of spasming muscle. So if your muscles are tight, it really helps to relax that. If you get hiccups, which is just your diaphragm spasming, it will calm hiccups down. In our house, like, so when my mom was growing up, they would always add soda, powdered baking soda to water and make soda water if you ever got a Charlie horse. And this works way better than that, because I had an aunt who was like, no, it's okay. And one time she got a Charlie horse and it was not easing up with the soda water. My mom's like, carries it with her. And so she's like, here, I've tried it and it works. So yay. Anyway, so that's one of our family favorites. All right. How can you sustain with, oh yeah, we did this. Change your attitude. That sounds awfully bossy. Change your attitude. Focus on a nutritious diet, adopt an active lifestyle, or you can adopt a child and name them active lifestyle. No, you shouldn't do that. Adoptive active lifestyle. And then instead of don't forget, we should write remember to rest and manage stress levels. And that's the oils that we were talking about. Okay, so now that you've heard all of this fabulous information, you're like, how do I get this into my house? I'll tell you, we have got a kit and it is called the Healthy Something Kit. Sorry. Oh dear.
Healthy
All right.
habit.
Healthy habits. Thank you. See, that's why you need to have positive friends that have good memories. Because then I get by with a little help from my friends. All right, so it has got the Lifelong Vitality and the PB Assist and Terrazyme, which we covered briefly during the cleanse issue. And then it's got tangerine, lavender, frankincense, balance, and On Guard essential oils, which are really great. And those are the 5 mils. And then it also comes with a 4-ounce tube of Deep Blue Rub. And this, every tube of Deep Blue Rub has 5 milliliters, has one of these little bottles of Deep Blue in it. And the thing is with the Deep Blue oil, I love, which I carry in my pocket with me because it's very convenient. And it's great in case you have any sort of, pain-related issues that might crop up. But this is in a rub. And so what it does is I'll use it on my neck. And I find if I use the oil on my neck, I get about 30 minutes of really increased mobility. And I found like, wow, okay, I love this. Well, I tried the Deep Blue Rub and it lasted in like 6 hours. So for me, the Deep Blue Rub lasts about 4 to 6 hours in that of increase. It's not like I feel it because it feels kind of like icy hot. I don't feel it for like 6 hours, but I've got that increased range of motion for that amount of time. So I love that for anytime anything's feeling kind of complainy, just throw some Deep Blue Rub on it. And I also layer. So like this balance oil here is really good for helping like your spinal column and balance, that sort of thing. And so I will, but like let's say that okay, I'm trying to think of a time. Okay, well, I'm going to ditch the oils that we've got here. So let's say that I have been working out and we've been walking. So we've been walking every day, except some days for almost 2 weeks, not quite. And every now and then by the end of my walk, my calves, both the front and the back, are saying, you know what, you're not our friend anymore. We don't like you. You're being mean to us. And so I get out my oils and I put them on and then they're like, okay, we like you. So I put it on the front and the back and rub it in. And then I put the Deep Blue Rub on top of that. And what that does is, like we talked about with the coconut oil, is that it's got those larger molecules. And so instead of letting the oil go more systemically, it keeps the oil and the right in that area. So a lot of times I'll use the Clary Calm first and then do the Deep Blue Rub on top. And it makes me much happier. And when I'm happier, everyone's happier. Or else, no, just kidding. All right. And then in addition to this, then you would recommend ordering a protein to add that. We didn't talk much about smoothies and green smoothies and that sort of thing, but that's a great way to start your morning. It's got lots of nutrients, and adding the protein is a great way to just take that up to the next level. Our bodies, like we talked about, need the protein. And so we've got the chocolate protein, we've got vanilla protein, and then we've got the vegan, which I think is vanilla protein. So, and then if you're doing our little weight loss, weight management, I should rather say, so I've got 4 Slim and Sassy bottles, and they're the 15 mils, and that seems like an awfully lot, but it really depends. If you're using them for your trouble areas, you're going to find that you're going to go through more oil than if you're just using like the soft gels, or if you're just putting the Slim and Sassy in your water. So you may need to take a look at that and change that depending on your needs. Sorry, water. And so when you combine all these things, yay, you get a happy body and a happy self. And so what I would recommend is like setting this up, if this would be your initial order. And then we have a thing called the loyalty rewards program. And so this is a program that makes it so that instead of paying, oh, we haven't even talked about paying, but you can get this at retail. But I would not recommend that, because that's just kind of like throwing money away. But let's say that you're like, okay, just want to try one bottle of one thing and I just want to dip my toe, then retail may be the way that you want to go. If you're like, nope, I'm into this, I want to get the wholesale pricing, then it's like Costco. There's a one-time $35 fee, which is waived when you get the kit, so you don't have that. And then let me see. Yeah. So, and so then you get a monthly, which the wholesale savings is 25% savings. Now, using the LRP, I almost said lifelong vitality, the loyalty rewards program, this is how you get your oils for less than wholesale, which is awesome. So what happens is, as you purchase things, you get points in your little doTERRA bank. And as you earn points, then you can save up and buy other things, like just use them like you would for an order. So you start out at 10%, and then every 3 months you bump up another 5% in your savings. So let's say that I buy $100, or which we call them point value, because the point value and dollars are not always exactly right. I mean, they're not exactly right, but exactly the same is what I meant. Sometimes they're a little bit different, and sometimes they're the same. So we talk about PV, so you can kind of loosely say that that's dollars, even though we're going to be talking points. So let's say that I buy 100 points worth of things with my first order. So I don't get anything because it's not, and I sign up for the loyalty rewards program. And I decided that, you know what, I need the lifelong vitality, and I need a Slim and Sassy every month. And so I put that in my LRP. So for the first, so then we've got the second month, and I get my order, and now I start earning points. And so the next month it shows up that out of my 100, for my 100 point order, I get 10 free points. You also get points for shipping credits, which is nice. So you start getting, you can start accumulating points. After your third month, it goes up to 15%, and then 20, 25, and eventually you can get up to 30%, which is where I'm at. So it's awesome. So for every $100 or points that I spend, I get 30 points back. So some of the oils are a little bit on the pricier side. We like to call them investment oils, like, because you need to invest. And they are like, so like frankincense is a little bit more of a pricier oil, but it is so amazing, and I take it every day in a capsule. So what I can do is every few months, because I'm ordering 100 points every month, I'm getting at least 30 points back. And so after like 3 months, I can buy a frankincense. I get a frankincense, and let's say I get a tangerine, and I get that for free. And you just add that to your cart, and you can change it and say, yes, I want to use my points from my doTERRA bank account. Anyway, so that's how you get your essential oils less than wholesale. So anyways, if you have any questions or comments, I want to open it up for questions and comments. And then I've got my contact information here. It's kaylinr.doterra@gmail.com. And if you are interested in the e-booklet, I'd be happy to send that to you. And also, if you will send me an email saying, hey, I saw your video and I'd like my free cookbook, I will be like, awesome, here you go, and send it. But I can't send it without your email because I'm not magical. And then this is my my doTERRA website. If you wanted to go and check out where your friends of Mark, you may want to go and check out his website. But I would love to have you go check out the website. And you know what? We're going to take a little quick tour to the website. Field trip. Okay. Maybe. Yes, field trip. Okay, so this is the doTERRA website. Ah, there's a lot of people on the doTERRA website, so it's currently okay. No, it's good. All right. So when you go to the doTERRA website, you're going to pull up, and if you go to my site, it'll have a little bit about me. And if you just go to the doTERRA site, you can find pricing for things. Here's the lime oil. Anyway, so you go to shop, and you can just look at the essential oils. You can come down here to personal care. What we've been talking about a lot is under the supplements, and you're going to see that hopefully. Okay, so the weight management, we couldn't find this the other day. Okay, so it has a picture of the trim shake. It's like Wizard of Oz. Ignore the trim shake behind the picture because we've updated to the new nutrition line. So, but this is where you can like order the lifelong vitality. The doTERRA women, this is the Clary Calmas, that oil I was talking about. But we've got a phytoestrogen, which is plant-based estrogen for your body to help regulate that. Regulize. And we've got the bone nutrient, which has got some great nutrients to support your teeth and bones. Anyway, so I would just recommend coming to the website. And also we've got this lovely search button. So let's say that I type in nutrition. What will show up is it gives you 3 different things. So here are the different products that that mention nutrition. But doTERRA also has a blog site. And so this is where you can find lots of great articles. And so, you know, like the lifelong vitality, they've got this clinical trial, which is just so interesting and great. We've got some for kids. We've got the PB Assist Junior. My niece tried it and she's like, okay, I need to buy that. And I've got a job now, so I want to buy that. Okay, we can make that happen. And then this other has got other places. So this is where I found the podcast. So the episode 119, supporting your body with the doTERRA nutrition line. So anyways, there's just lots of great information. There's also some about like who doTERRA is and all about their theory. So I'm going to be quiet now, and I appreciate you being patient and staying a little bit longer. I normally try to keep our Thursday night classes down to an hour or less, but I appreciate you hanging out with us a little bit longer. I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen. And anyone have any questions, comments?
Thank you.
You're welcome.